My name is Justin. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Grooni earthing products. This is the grounding mat that I did buy for a full-size bed that you see in front of you. It comes in this bag, obviously plastic wrapped in another bag for shipment. I bought it directly from the source. I didn't want to go through, an Amazon, website or through another affiliate. I wanted to buy it directly from the company. And it does come with obviously the mat, the grounding cable, as well as a outlet tester. So the reason I went with this is because I used to have, if you look at my other video, it had a copper setup, copper grounding mat, and that was good. It did what it had to do, but after about 6 to 7 weeks, it already started to oxidize and turn everything green. So I threw away the old bed sheet because I cut some holes because I had too many grounds on it, thinking the more was better. But I will show you here. It's been about 6 days since I've used it, and it's been working great. It covers top to bottom all the way, and the width comes up a little short, but that's no problem. No one's really sleeping on the edge of the bed there. So that comes with the 2 straps, and it has stayed in place. It hasn't moved at all, so that's great. And I am someone who tosses and turns, and I'm still having troubles with sleep and gut dysbiosis, and despite that, it stayed in place. Here is the portion of which you connect the ground to, so that's your top portion there. They sell another product which has 2 grounding points, but that's unnecessary. I think they have that because it's a thicker material. But this is carbon infused with 5% silver. There is another company that has one with, they claim, 10% silver, but I don't think that's necessary, and I'll show you the results now of my body voltage tests. But first, I just want to show you the setup. When I first was testing with the digital multimeter, I wasn't getting any continuity at all. So if you place the leads here and here, you'll show that there's no continuity, and that's a little strange because this is infused with the actual silver. Maybe it's layered between the carbon and the silver is lined on the inside of this, so that's why you can't physically touch it. But I'm a little confused as to how that works. Maybe someone can explain that to me. But then this is the 22 gauge wire, so I cut it open and then I folded it over, and then I shoved it into this 16 to 14 gauge crimp there, and then I grabbed this 14 gauge wire. I did the same thing and folded it over, and then I attached it to this 10 to 12 gauge crimp. And then this is connected to a 12 gauge solid wire going straight out to a 4-foot by 1/2 inch thick grounding rod. And there's clamps there that I did get from Home Depot. I can link everything in the description if you guys like. But Home Depot sells this stuff wiring by the foot, so it's quite a cheap option. Some people say that 12 gauge is overkill and that 14 gauge is the thickest you really should go. But I think that depends on how far you are from the grounding rod. If you're upstairs, say in a top floor, and you need to run wire, like 20-foot wire, then maybe a 12 gauge would be what you need, but a 14 should be good in most cases if you're on the first floor of your house. So let me go ahead and grab the digital multimeter and show you guys my body voltage tests, so you get an idea just how good the product is. All right, guys, so this is the grounding setup. I have here a metal like screen door handle here. This is the grounding tester that they do use. The way this is grounded obviously is what I showed here, directly to the grounding rod outside. I don't recommend grounding through an actual outlet, even though that one that's on the wall right there is actually technically its own circuit. But you could be picking up dirty electricity because it does share a ground from the other household outlets of the house, or just say receptacles. So this is obviously grounded here to the copper mat on the right there, which is sharing the same ground point. And this is actually a 400 thread count organic cotton sheet, and this would also be another 400 thread count. The one I had previously was a 600 thread count from avocado, which is a little bit more. It's more for the colder seasons. But let me show you my results here. Give you some illumination here. So grabbing it without grounding myself to any of the mats, is 118, 120 millivolts. This obviously depends on the time of day. It's currently Sunday at 5 p.m. And when I lay on the bed here, just have my shirt off, and you can see it's as low as 6 millivolts, 5 millivolts, which is pretty darn good. Copper mat is a little bit more conductive in a sense, but not by much. And now I will drape over the second sheet, which you obviously usually don't lie on top of it, just to show just how effective the actual carbon infused grounding mat is with 5% silver. That value is basically the same. So I'm moving around a little bit so I can't see too well from here, but it's 5 millivolts, so that doesn't really change much. Maybe if you were to add another sheet or sleep on top of an actual comforter, you might not yield the same exact results. But as you can see, it does ground properly, and that's pretty much it. I'll go over a video later about basically the benefits that I've had with the grounding mat so far. And I guess everyone's journey is different. Everybody's healing process is different. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned for some more videos on shielding yourself from microwaves and radiations and all that good stuff. I'll be posting more videos soon about my journey and recovering my health. Take care.